or not organized, I believe that there is more potential harm to our community. I believe that there is a potential to divide the community rather than bringing this community together. And like Kendra Johnson always says, all money ain't good money. And it is incumbent upon us to look at viable businesses that will uplift our community, where our children will look and instead of everybody being involved in criminal justice, that we want, flight attendants and doctors and lawyers and manufacturing plants. There was a gamut. And let me just say this, we are governing right now from a place of strength. I believe that this is the richest environment this side of heaven, right here on the shores of Lake Michigan. And we have to use those natural resources that we have available to us to bring business to this area. And so, I will substitute, I will sacrifice that potential 200 job because it's a job. But is it a career? And so I had many residents who called me and texted me. Probably one or two said that they wanted it here. And let me be clear, this fight is not over. I want to see these same people who came from different communities to share in this fight, to ensure that the city of Gary rises again. Thank you.
Any comment from any other council members at this time?
Mr. President. Okay.
Councilman Smith.
I have to deal with the reality that we find ourselves in. If you look at CPO 16-20, it indicated that we're going to borrow money to meet our obligations. How do you run a city with no money? I hear people from this community a number of times saying they want Starbucks, or they want a Walmart, or they want some other type of business entity to come here. But those business entities look at your...
Excuse me. I can't have you taking pictures. You're not part of media at this time. Sorry. Councilman.
Those business entities look at the wealth of the community. Gary has an income of $15,500. I'm interested in making sure that young people have an opportunity to come to Gary, live in Gary, and to make a living, just as you all have. Because the majority of you...
Order.
Because the majority of you look like you've done very well in life. You've lived a life, you retired. And I want to make sure that young people come here and create a tax base, that we have a thriving community. These people have offered a memorandum of understanding where they offered to repair the infrastructure out there, remediate the land. Well, it's right here in writing. That's what a lot of people have asked me to do, get it in writing. So we have it here in writing. So I'm going to say that when it comes back up, I hope that the council will pass it. I really do. Thank you.
There have been comments made on this issue, and my stand has always been that any business come to this community, I feel it's obligation to me as a presiding president of this body here to give them that opportunity to present themselves. whether it's something I feel like I should move on for our community or I don't want for our community. My thing was I never want to set the precedence inside our community. If we just don't want you from the start, we just won't hear you. A lot of people have said if you take truck life out in Miller, they won't